What's up guys, Houndish here with this week's vendor reset breakdown for Destiny. So that's running from August the 8th up until August the 15th. We're going to take a look at the best weapon rolls as well as any very well rolled armor that you can pick up this week. So at the Crucible Quartermaster we have B29 Party Favor, this time with Red Dot ORA2, Sure Shot IS and OEG scopes. We've got Eye of the Storm or Feeding Frenzy, we have Perfect Balance or Feather Mag, and finally Counterbalance. So Counterbalance, Perfect Balance, pretty good combination there for stability. You know, it's not the absolute maximum you could get, but it is very good. 24 rounds in the magazine and you're not dropping that by using brace frame or anything else, and then you can opt for either of these in the first slot. I would go Feeding Frenzy, also has Sure Shot IS, so not a bad roll at all on the Party Favor. The mandatory palindrome for the week is Steady Hand IS, Sure Shot and Quick Draw IS. We've got Relentless Tracker or Rescue Mag, we have Small Bore and High Caliber rounds, and then finally Look in the Chamber. So Look in the Chamber is good. Small Bore is going to bump up your range and stability just a little bit. You're not going to hit max range. Of course, Rifle Barrel is what everyone wants. And then the first slot is pretty lackluster right there. You may enjoy some of these perks. Not a god roll at all, but not the worst thing in the world if you haven't had one. 44 Curtain Call this week isn't too bad. So we've got Linear Compensator, CQB and Aggressive Ballistics. We have Performance Bonus or Army of One, Reinforced Barrel, Quick Draw, and we've got Rangefinder. So Rangefinder is good, Reinforced Barrel giving you the upper end of those range stats right there. What gives you the most range? You're going to get the most range with the Linear on this particular roll. So right across the top essentially is the roll on this thing. Of course, Performance Bonus is good because you have a chance of getting a bit more special ammo, which will always help in the current Crucible, so not a bad shotgun. Parthian Shot this week isn't too bad, so we have Reflex, Sure Shot IS and OEG scopes, we have Eye of the Storm or Take a Knee right there, we've got Small Bore or Rifle Barrel, and finally Counterbalance. So Counterbalance is good, Small Bore is as good as it's going to get in terms of stability right there, so this isn't, you know, a high stability roll. You do have Rifle Barrel though, so if you wanted, you know, a ranged option, this thing is pretty good in that respect, and Take a Knee can be pretty good as well. You get a ton of improved accuracy when you kind of crouch with this thing. So overall, not the god roll, but something to take a look at. X Asterisk this week is pretty good, so we have Reflex, Red Dot ORA and OEG scopes, Unflinching or Replenish, and then we have Braced Frame or Rifle Barrel, and finally Rangefinder. So Rangefinder is always good. You have the option of really high stability or a bunch of range right there, and then you have Unflinching, which doesn't do the most, but some people will like it. We also have Replenish, which is going to be really nice in PvP. Using your super will refill you with special ammo. So overall, pretty good roll on the X Asterisk. Teacup Tempest isn't too bad either, so we have True Sight, Sure Shot and Quick Draw IS. We've got Zen Moment or Crowd Control, we have Snapshot and Casket Mag right there, and then Hot Swap for bonus accuracy. So, you know, Hot Swap's not too bad. Snapshot is always good on this kind of thing. You have the option of Zen Moment or Crowd Control. I'd probably go with Crowd Control personally, but it's something to play around with. The Whale could be pretty fun for PvE stuff in particular, so we have True Sight, Fast Draw and Quick Draw IS, High Caliber Rounds or Lightweight, Perfect Balance or Triple Tap, and then we have Firefly. So Firefly with Triple Tap, maybe High Caliber Rounds for PvE stuff can be pretty interesting as well. It's a fun little hand cannon. The Wounded is going to be pretty good, so we've got Red Dot ORA 2, Focus Lens FLA 5 and OEG scopes, High Caliber rounds, and then Quick Draw. We have Perfect Balance or Outlaw, and finally Crowd Control. So Crowd Control with either Perfect Balance or Outlaw, depending on whether you want that stability or the quicker reloads. And then High Caliber rounds, you know, this is a pretty good scout rifle for PvE and PvP right there, and you maybe can kind of switch between the stability or Outlaw depending on what you're playing. The Wormwood is pretty good this week, so we have Steady Hand, Fast Draw and Quick Draw IS, High Caliber rounds or Quick Draw, we've got Hand Loaded, Cascade, and then Reactive Reload. So Reactive Reload is really good on these things potentially. Hand Loaded for a bit more range is always nice, or Cascade, melee kills automatically reload a portion of the magazine. And then you have High Cal or Quick Draw. I would personally go Quick Draw, especially for PvP stuff, and you've got a decent sidearm. Worlds to Come from Dead Orbit isn't too bad, so Reflex, Red Dot ORA and OEG scopes. We've got Enhanced Battery or Lightweight, Perfect Balance or Performance bonus, and then Hot Swap. So Hot Swap is not too bad on fusion rifles. You've got the option of Stability or Performance bonus to give you a chance of getting more ammo in the Crucible in particular. That'll be pretty nice. And then Enhanced Battery is what I would go with to increase that magazine size. Not an absolute god roll, but pretty decent. Last ditch this week is okay, so Smart Drift Control, Accurized and Aggressive Ballistics. We've got Hand Loaded or Snapshot, Small Bore or Cascade, and finally Rangefinder. So if you go with Accurized Ballistics right there, you get a touch more impact and a bit more range. You're going to get more range with Hand Loaded, then more again with Small Bore, and again with Rangefinder. So this isn't too bad this week. We've got Bitter Edge with Wild Hawk, Short Gaze and View Tac. We have High Caliber Rounds or Snapshot, and then Small Bore or Clown Cartridge, and finally Unflinching. So this isn't kind of purist in terms of, you know, a roll that is really good for one particular thing, but it does have Snapshot, which people like for PvP in particular. You've got Clown Cartridge for a chance to grant a larger magazine, which is always nice, and then Unflinching, which isn't fantastic right now. I guess it does a thing by like a really small amount, but nonetheless not a bad roll on the sniper. From New Monarchy this week, the Free Will 3 is decent, so Steady Hand IS, Fast Draw and Quick Draw IS. We've got Explosive Rounds or Snapshot, Hammer Forged or Relentless Tracker, and then Firefly. So Firefly, Hammer Forged and Explosive Rounds in particular is going to be a pretty fun roll for some PvE stuff. Bad Counsel this week is pretty decent, so Linear Compensator, Field Choke and Aggressive Ballistics. We've got Extended Mag or Snapshot right there, Hammer Forged or Cascade, and then Crowd Control. So for PvE stuff, you know, Crowd Control, perhaps Cascade will be pretty good. You've also got Extended Mag, which bumps the mag up, so not a bad shotgun this week. And then we have the Deposition Sniper, so we've got Hawkeye, Long View and View Tac. We have High Caliber Rounds, Snapshot, Hammer Forged, Life Support, and then Hidden Hand. So Hidden Hand, I actually like a Life Support for kind of counter sniping with snipers. It's not too bad. You've also got Snapshot, and then probably Long View would be the popular scope on this thing. So you could have some fun with this in the Crucible. For now though, that about sums up the best weapons that you can pick up this week, guys. Now let's jump in and take a look at the best armor rolls for the week. So from the Titan Vanguard, you can pick up the Vitruvius Mark, which is 98% with Intellect and Discipline. We also have a 100% roll on the Tower Watch Shell with Intellect Discipline, and you have Intellect Discipline Tower Watch Shell also from the Hunter Vanguard at 100%. Eris Morn has a 98% roll on the Cloak of the Dusktorn with Discipline Strength. This is for the Hunter. There's a 98% roll on the Eon Tracer Mark for the Titan with Intellect Discipline from FWC. We also have the Titan's Eon Tracer Plate, the chest piece, with Intellect Discipline at 98%. And then Eon Tracer Robes for the Warlock with Intellect Discipline at 98%. Lord Shaxx has the Toward the Sky Titan mark right there with Intellect Discipline at 98%. We also have a 99% roll on the Raku Poltergeist Hunter Leg Armor with Intellect Discipline. Tyra's artifacts this week are the Memory of Perun with just Discipline at 91%. We also have Memory of Timur with strength of with a strength roll of 84% altogether, and then Memory of Fellwinter 336 overall with Intellect, Discipline and Strength, but of course you will lose your super, so the Intellect section is a bit trolly right there. Not too much at the speaker. There is a 96% mark, the Spirit of Saturn for the Titan with Intellect Discipline. We also have the Strikers marked with Intellect Discipline at 98%, and then 100% Intellect Strength for the Warlock on the Sunsinger's Bond. So that about sums up this week's reset breakdown, guys. All of the best vendor stuff. I'm being teabagged in the tower, but I hope you have enjoyed the video as always. Let me know if you're going to pick anything up. If you have enjoyed the video, a like is very much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a lot more Destiny and Destiny 2 content. But for now, have an awesome week.